to another episode.
Welcome to another episode of Murder Schmurder. I'm Jamie.
I'm Austin.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Grant. Now, this is a good... if you didn't like that intro, you won't like us, because that's how much crosstalk we do.
That's right. Is a good preview of how often we talk over each other.
I don't think that we do that.
You don't?
No, we definitely don't do that. Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Hilarious.
Maybe you do, Austin, but
Austin be interrupting people all the time.
But for...
he do be interrupting people.
But for good reasons.
He do.
Okay, for real, I honestly think that Austin is probably the best at not interrupting people.
Do you think so?
I would say it's you, Grant.
No, I've gotten kind of bad.
You think so?
I don't think so.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I would
So
say
you and I
Austin
are
and
good?
I interrupt you the most.
No, we interrupt each other the most.
Well, that's fair.
No, you interrupt Grant.
I interrupt you.
You interrupt Grant.
Do I?
I don't think so.
Not
I make
often.
a point to interrupt Jamie.
Not as often as
'Cause
you
it's funny for
interrupt Jaime.
Yeah, I do it just to piss you off.
Me too.
Do you piss me off when you interrupt me?
I think I
feel
piss
like
you
I
off all
piss
the
you
time.
off.
You do.
Yeah.
It's
Reciprocal.
Simpatico.
yeah, simpatico.
I think Austin's trying to piss you off by interrupting you, and you don't care. Because in your mind, that's just how people talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 He's like, yes, we're communicating. But by talking louder and longer than the other person can.
I think a lot of the times...
And most importantly, over.
I think a lot of the times you will interrupt me by saying something that I'm about to say, and that pisses me off.
So if you're not familiar with Murder Schmurder, this is how it happens a lot. And also, this is a weird jumping off point for you to get in. No, nothing important. I mostly interrupt people when I get excited, I think, is what happens with me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But we also get excited a lot.
I was going to say, I think that's just kind of what we do. We're all trying to like play off of each other and
Yeah. No, 100%.
have fun,
some
make
of
dick jokes.
my best friends in the world are the ones where we can have literally these types of conversations where we're just ping-ponging off each other, and sometimes it overlaps, and that's okay.
I feel like the idea always was we're going to tell stories almost like if we were sitting across from each other at a bar.
100%.
Telling these stories and then making fun of them as we're telling them.
And this is also how we interact when we're not on camera.
Yeah.
Like we talk on this podcast like we talk pretty much everywhere else.
Exactly.
You remember that time that it's a buddy of mine, but we were at the lounge, and he and his wife were like sitting next to us. We're on the patio, and we got there as a meeting, and then we're kind of done with the meeting, and it's like fizzling out just to us like bantering.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You guys are fucking hilarious. Y'all should have like a podcast or something."
And we were
I
like,
do remember that. That was
it's
pretty
funny
early.
you should say that.
Who was? I don't know. Whenever I think about us hanging out at the lounge, I think we were trying to do some business stuff. And who's that friend of yours? The tall, skinny, black kid?
Eric?
Is it Eric?
No, he's like my height. Eric is.
Maybe he's not that tall, but like he comes over to the family Friendsgivings all the
then
time.
we're probably talking to Eric.
Yeah, we're talking in the middle.
Oh, he just keeps like inserting himself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's 1,000% Eric.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Like, we're talking something like business wise, and he just comes up. He's like essentially the equivalent of, "So guys, big gulps, huh?"
I know. I love him.
Anyway.
I love him so much. Don't always like him. And Eric,
Yeah,
if
right,
you're
right.
listening, I love you. I promise. And you know that I don't always like you. But yeah, he does that.
It's just
so often.
it just cracks me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny too because we'll have like so much steam going, and then something like that'll happen, and it'll just feel like someone's trying to like stick like a branch in between some bike spokes, and you're like, "We're gonna keep going. We're gonna snap right through. We're just gonna keep on pushing."
We probably shouldn't, but I really love Eric and Phil when they're together.
Oh my god.
It's kind of a caustic, sort of an oil and vinegar thing.
Yeah.
Or really, sorry,
Napalm and
I was gonna say it's not
gasoline,
necessarily oil and vinegar.
Yeah.
It's definitely like
napalm gasoline or like oil and then raging fire.
Yeah, right. It's a lit flame next to
It's sort of like if you
Really, really hot oil.
yeah.
if you took a revolver and like filed down the firing pin really, really well, so it was just literally a hair trigger, and then put it on top of a giant vibrating a speaker, and just waited for it to go off.
I think at one point,
Like it's gonna happen. You just don't know when.
I think there was one time I think Eric called Phil a bitch or something like that.
Which is not. Look, we don't have to dredge anything up, but Phil is not the type of person I would call a bitch.
No.
Because one, he isn't, but two, Phil's huge and built.
But what's funny about Phil
And also
is
has those moments where he's like, "What the fuck?" And it's like, "Oh, he was kidding.
Right.
He was kidding."
Right.
We're all friends. He's joking. He's not joking well, but he's joking.
He made a joke about my mom, and I really don't understand why he would joke about my mom.
That's what I love about Phil. Sometimes he takes things so literally. Like I remember one time, he was talking about Eric, and he was just like, "Does he want to fight me?" Like, it's like, no, he doesn't. That's the last thing he wants. But this is who he is.
He just likes to mess with people.
Yeah. He just likes poking.
Yeah.
And it's very entertaining.
It is.
It is delightful.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's-
Jamie,
Just
what
to
you got
be
for us?
4 flies on that room, you know.
Hey, we got a main course here on this Thursday murder heaping.
Okay, today we are, since James and I were planning to do a heist series, I was going to do just a touch on this heist, but I just kind of fell in love with it and just kind of went on this just one thing after another deep dive where I just kept finding more and more. So this one small heist turned in now is going to be a multi-part series.
Hell yeah. It's a good feeling though when you kind of like are chasing a thread and you start like getting more and more, and you're like, oh, dude, this is a whole thing.
Yeah. So if there's any part of this that you're like, please tell me more, I had to take a lot of stuff out that I read.
Yeah.
Just because I was just like, this is not important enough to the story, but it's still pretty fucking cool that this happened.
Okay.
So we're talking about the North Hollywood shootout, which is also known as the Battle of North Hollywood.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is a good one.
This is a good one, and
This is actually recent enough to where there's like grainy news footage of it. And
Really?
It's fucking awesome.
yeah. So this happened in the early 90s.
Yeah.
But before I even want to like really get into it, I want to cover like how we got there. Because there's so much to cover on kind of how we got there in the first place, when it happened, and then what are the ramifications of all of it.
Are you talking about historical context?
Yes, I am.
Whoa.
This is kind of a unique one in the sense that like there's not much of a classism in America, right? There never really has been.
No, there's not an
And
unspoken
it's-
caste system that rules over us.
And it's not ever been put under a magnifying glass in California, specifically Hollywood, right?
No.
Because it wasn't like there was something called the talkies that happened over there that just like made shitloads of fake money really, really quickly.
Right, and it didn't
Yeah.
create this kind of giant dream machine that just sucks people up, chews them up, spits them right back out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Didn't that all happen?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you guys are being serious.
I think you guys are being silly.
I had a hunch.
I'm excited.
But okay, to start off, to touch on just the shootout, the heist, and how it goes, just for some foreshadowing, it is the most real example of when keeping it real goes wrong.
Okay.
This bank
when
robbery
that
is
happens.
essentially a series of what if the worst thing that could happen did happen. And just like The Simpsons pumping out more and more seasons every year, this bank
And they
robbery
just keep getting better and better.
the opposite. It keeps coming with an even more disappointments than the last. But don't worry, listener.
So we're not talking about The Simpsons all
No,
of a sudden. Okay.
we
I got you,
can.
I got you.
I can definitely do. We've talked about it enough. We really don't. I can go on forever.
You don't want to talk about how the Simpsons are just like, they haven't even hit their stride yet?
No,
They're
not
just-
even close.
They're, just,
Not
they're
even
spinning
close.
gold.
Speaking of disappointments, don't worry, listener. Your mom already knows what that's like. Now sign up for our Patreon, or else I'll keep the insults coming.
Nice.
You know what else keeps coming? Not your mom, because she's constantly sexually frustrated by your new stepdad, Jim. Bazinga. Anyways, what was I talking about?
Not the bazinga, dude. Not the bazinga.
I was expecting Bazinga, baby girl.
Not the bazinga.
Bazinga baby girl?
No.
If you had thrown the baby girl at the end of it, I would have allowed it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just glad he's watching The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
that
bet
just
you
makes
go
me happy.
home and turn on Young Sheldon. Really enjoy it.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Yeah, he really insulted me.
And then you turn on the spin series when it just focuses on his dad and the mom, played by, was it?
No, it's his older brother.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
There's another spinoff?
There's a spinoff of a spinoff, and honestly, that is below my sitcom bar. I got
Wow.
a massive
Wow.
sitcom bar. A massively low sitcom bar. I love a shitty sitcom. I love it. It's just, I think it's the same way that people like reality TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they'll
No,
watch the real
I can
lives of
respect
something,
people
something.
that like reality TV. I
But
can't
that's
respect you.
straight up garbage. It's just dumb people put on camera and they're like, "Hey, pretend to be a worse person than you are. You're already terrible.
I don't think they are
Be
pretending.
worse." No, a lot of times they are.
Nikki Glaser said it best when she did her reality television show, MILF Island, and she was like, someone asked, like, "Do you think these people like are like
they're
super
that
smart,
bad.
like hustling the system?" And she's like, "No, they're just like that."
You know, weirdly
Yeah.
enough, Paris Hilton actually was hustling the system.
Paris Hilton was, but
That's
I
like-
think
that's a
but that's
character.
also that's like that's
20 years
early
ago.
reality TV.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
people who are signing up for reality TV series now, like
They're that bad.
If you
Like the
want,
Chrisleys?
yeah,
But
like
they
if,
make them worse.
If
I
you
swear to God.
want to be on a reality TV series, you are more than likely a horrible person. And I'm not saying you don't deserve rights and love and care and attention and all that stuff, but you know.
But I'm going to question it.
But I mean, maybe we should mash you up into Soylent paste, and then we can just, you know,
like one
it's
thing
a
that,
bunch of crunch of human.
like
Yeah,
Nikki
that's
Glaser,
right.
when she was talking about her show, like one thing that I thought was like fascinating, she was just like, the show has like 9 contestants, so now I think it was like 9 male contestants.
Yeah.
But she was saying they originally had like 12, and she was saying one of the contestants literally like got super hammered. I think he like did a whole bunch of blow and like left the scene, and then they never saw him again.
So they just cut him out of the show.
And they had to cut him out of the show, but he luckily did it so early on. One guy like
Another one like fucked up his probation. I'm sure.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
something like the 2 others. I think one was medical, and the other one was just like, this just isn't for me, and like had a mental breakdown.
was MILF Island the series where it was like the hot older ladies with the younger dudes, and they were trying to.
Yeah, you already know. It's in the title, Joseph.
No, but
There's
it's like
an island,
no.
there's MILFs on
There's
it.
MILFs.
That's it.
But is that the one where it was like young dudes and their dads were competing for the MILFs? Or is
I
that a
think that
different
was-
one?
I think that was
I
that.
think
Because
that was the show.
on that show too, there was a guy. It's so fucked up to have dads with their sons competing for
There
these
was
MILFs.
One,
But there was-
unit that fell in love with the same girl.
Well, there was one where this dude's dad showed up for the show, but he had left the family. Like he'd been estranged for like most of this kid's life, and he came back into his life on MILF Island. And like when he showed up, you could tell the son was like, "Dad." Was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm here to fuck this hot older lady, son. How you doing?"
I'm here to crush puss, son. Same thing you is. We're 2 peas in the same pod.
It's not your birthday, right? I forget.
See, and again, and I swear we could move on, but I would prefer to have like a room of really tired writers trying to make something ridiculous as opposed to seeing actual people be fucking awful. You know what I mean?
I see 4 people that can make that a reality.
I mean, we'll write your reality show.
We could do both, actually.
Absolutely.
We could write actually a pretty decent show.
I think
Joseph
it-
and I have already done that.
I think we did a pretty good
Also,
job.
we've got a good idea for a sitcom
Yeah.
based on my life.
Or if you want,
Yes.
or if you want a reality show, we'll write something that'll make MILF Island look like Love on the Spectrum. We'll fucking tear this shit up, man. Mm-hmm. We'll have to write a whole new article for the Geneva Convention after we're done.
Anyway, back to the North Hollywood shootout. It was executed by 2 men, Larry Phillips Jr. and Emil Matasauranu, on February
name. Was she
28th. Huh?
Was she hot?
He
Was he hot?
was not.
Damn.
No. I thought you said Amelia.
No, Emil.
Oh.
I'm bored.
If your name's Emil, you should be hot.
We'll get into it. You'll see.
Okay.
Now, before we get into the nitty gritty of the heist, let's dive into how we got there. are two people. Let's start off with Larry. Larry Phillips Jr. was born actually on my own birthday, September 20th.
No way.
Different year by 20, but he was born in 1970. But some would say that crime was in his genes. His own grandfather and two of his great uncles actually committed the largest male train heist committed in the United States.
Whoa, cool.
All while using no violence, and they did it in about 4 minutes.
Hey, even better.
That's its own quick story. It's a long story, but to do it quickly, essentially, like they all worked for like the mail system for this one like gold mining town, if I remember correctly, and basically they knew that a whole bunch of essentially currency stamps and everything that was worth a lot of money was going to leave said town, and they got on the train, and one guy was just essentially, I think it was his grandfather, went to the train conductor, which was not outside of the norm necessarily. Sure. It wasn't normal, but
sure,
he was allowed to do it.
But they worked there.
Yeah, so he was just like, hey, do you mind if I hop on the train with you? I want to see what the conductor is like. And so he was like, yeah, why not? Like, let
me show him the ropes.
Yeah, well, so he's like showing him the ropes.
It's the olden times. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the uncles and another one of their friends hop on the backside of the train, take all like the sacks of mail that they know is like full of different types of currency at the time, throw it off, and then the grandfather does not stick around for the full ride. He makes a stop to like wherever to pick up the next people, and he's like, oh, I forgot I have something to do.
Oh, I left my horse at the saloon. I gotta go.
So that's just smart. I mean, yeah.
Well, kind of smart in the sense of like they got away with it technically, but like immediately they were like
oh, he did it.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it was him and his brothers.
Yeah,
the guys who didn't show up to work ever again.
I think supposedly they caught like the brothers and one of the guys, but I don't think they ended up catching his great grandfather.
Nice.
Sick.
But a lot of people want to say, and this is something I really want to hone in on, and I want you guys to kind of really simmer on this as I'm telling this story. Do you think this kind of turns into, some people might say like a generational curse, or maybe something like generational trauma-induced criminality, or, you can make it comical and say even criminal nepotism.
Okay.
Yes.
But like,
do you have a simmer, or do you want me to jump in right now?
We'll simmer on it because I'm going to go into it more. But I do think it's fascinating that his great grandfather was committing high level crimes. And now we're going to go into his own father, who was born Reginald Phillips.
Reginald.
And this is pretty awesome. Apparently, the mother to Reginald is unknown. Which I find hilarious. Like, they know the guy, the father, but not the mother.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the male baby comes out of vagina. Like, whose vagina? I was like, who cares? His name's Philip.
I don't know. He's mine. Found him in a stump.
But he apparently was known by his high school peers as sadistic, and particularly cruel, and was even gossiped to be a grave robber.
That would have been a terrible nickname, Statistic.
But there was never any evidence that actually links him to being a grave robber. Apparently, that was just in a book where I think someone was just talking shit about him.
Probably.
Yeah.
But he was cited by robbing a gas station and was imprisoned for other unknown charges. Not like they knew he robbed a gas station, but he was never officially charged with it.
Yeah.
So he wasn't white.
He was white.
Weird.
The whole thing is super weird from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And he gets thrown in jail and was eventually, because of overcrowding and because he was seen as like a...
What time period is this?
This is born in 1948, so...
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's say late 50s, early 60s.
We're getting into interesting time for that kind of shit. Was it a pretty
What
small
a
town?
fun
Okay.
era for crime.
So
Yeah.
I bet you he was like a little bit of a scourge in that little town. And they were like, okay, we finally got him on something. Just throw some other shit. Who cares? Like, just let's keep him there
Yeah.
as long as we can. Because he's never going to learn his lesson. Just keep him in there.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
Very spot on, because apparently they didn't really see him too much of a threat, and more like just like a weird nuisance. They just like, it's better just keep him
Just
under watch.
Keep him locked up. We don't have to deal with him.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Because because of overcrowding in the jails, they moved him to the Colorado Mental Institution in early 1969.
I mean, hell, he may have been a little off.
But he later escaped through a series of infrastructurally designed underground tunnels.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
That's where you want to put him.
This is
Under the loony bin. Hey, did you guys dig those underground escape tunnels under the insane asylum? You know we did. They were in the building plans.
By the way, boss, we thought that was kind of weird. It's like, don't worry about it. I've got a plan. Hold on. Did you give that guy a massive poster in his cell? Yeah, you told us to. Fuck.
So he gets out, and then he goes by the alias Daniel Ira Warfel, which he said he named himself after a classmate he had growing up.
And a weird bug.
What?
And a weird bug.
What do you mean?
A Warfel? That sounds like a weird ass bug to me.
No, apparently, like he literally, like he knew apparently a Daniel Ira Warfel in grade school, and said that, quote, in an interview later, he says, Daniel was a mama's boy that wouldn't be in no trouble.
So if he has the mama's boy name, maybe he'll act like a mama's boy.
Right.
So he's thinking like, oh, if anyone
Very
looks me
method.
up, that guy definitely has no crimes.
There was a kid that we always called Sandy in my high school. He hated that nickname. He had a very normal name. It was like, damn, I can't remember his actual name. But yeah, we always just called him Sandy. He was just a Sandy. You
There was
know
this
what I mean?
kid we used to bully. I can't remember his name, but we called him Sandy.
Yeah, we called him Boogerface McGee. What was his actual name? Was it Stinky Toes? No. No. Boogerface McGee. Anyway, he
we had this
sucked.
kid. We called him Buttface. His face looked like a butt.
So his grandfather apparently laid low for 6 months, but apparently he couldn't have been incredibly low because he was routinely stopped by a Utah Salt Lake City police officer, where for some godforsaken reason he gave his real name to the officer, and after being asked to just sit in the passenger seat because he was like, "That's weird. I'm just gonna like look up your information." And he didn't think he was a threat, so he didn't put him in the back seat. He put him specifically in the passenger seat.
Also, that's some like 60s shit right there. They've learned since then.
Yeah. But also strange because I figured a Utah State Trooper would be an asshole.
They don't play.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
But he's just like, hey, you want to hold my shotgun for a second?
Here, hold this.
That's so weird. That's the name of an escaped guy. Why don't you just, here, hold on to my keys and I'll go figure this out.
Hold my keys and my gun. I got to make a call.
Pretty much. So he goes to, I guess he steps out to like on his radio to like radio the main station, like, hey, can you just look up this guy real quick? And in that time, he escapes on foot.
Wait, he didn't steal the cop car?
No.
He was sitting right
He
next
just
to it.
dipped out.
Come on.
Come on, Reginald.
And then from there on, he stays low, gets married, has a kid, Larry Phillips Sr.
Okay.
But he was still part of multiple nefarious things that couldn't be pinned to him, but it was rumored that his lady did leave him, and he lived in a trailer park outside of Denver and semi-close to L.A.
Okay.
Apparently,
he would drop in on Junior's 7th birthday, where...
Sorry, that's way outside of Denver.
L.A.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are very far apart.
You would think so, but it's like it very much. Apparently, he would go to L.A. a lot because Junior.
Well, I can understand Vegas, but sorry, go ahead.
But apparently, Junior lived in L.A., so he would go back and forth.
Okay, so he just commuted.
He would just go back and forth to stop in to check on him because apparently, like they broke up, but he would still lived in Denver. Apparently, he decided to drop in on Junior's 7th birthday, where Junior's mother, his ex-wife or whatever, supposedly dropped saying that he was planning to come, and she was worried that he was actually going to come in.
Sure.
So she contacted the FBI.
Damn.
So he was arrested by multiple police officers while at the dinner table in front of Larry Phillips Jr.
Copy that.
Sounds like an origin story.
I
Yeah.
mean, seriously.
I'm sure it had no impact on his emotional or mental state.
In
No, I
fact, in a
wouldn't think so.
1997
No.
interview, Senior had this to say about the event. He said, "quote It really messed Junior up." Senior
Yeah.
said that about Junior.
Well,
Sure.
it's cool. He had that, not foresight, but
The hindsight.
the hindsight. Thank you.
The
Jesus
awareness.
Christ.
Looking back, they really fucked up my kid.
Probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, take me away.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Now, when Junior hit freshman year, he dropped out of high school. Apparently, when his father was released out of prison, which is hard to find out at the time, a lot of this stuff around his family is very murky. It's very hard to find a lot of very direct information, specifically with the court case files. But he was released out of prison, but his dad, again, would still make random drops in and take him to do fun, high-stakes adrenaline just activities. For example, he would take him to gun ranges, amusement parks.
Rob a bank.
Yeah. Well, apparently he would take him on his motorcycle and stuff like that.
Okay.
So he's trying to show him, I'm a badass dad. I'm really cool. And again, that really fuels him to live on this high-end dopamine spectrum.
100%.
Sure.
To where he's well, I know what that's like and I want to experience that.
And he wants to emulate his dad, especially as a young guy.
Yep.
Hang on.
Don't we all?
Much to our detriment. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be an alcoholic with rage issues.
Just like my pappy taught me to.
I'll
grew
be
a
an alcoholic
mustache.
that knows how to
Yep.
fix stuff.
As you can imagine, and like you just said, this heavily influenced him as he started dabbling in crime. And what changed him the most was watching Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator.
Hell yeah.
Apparently that had a huge impact on him and made him aspire to be a bodybuilder.
Wait, but
Nice.
Jamie, you like that movie,
I love that movie.
It's a great
Terminator
movie.
2 is better than Terminator, but
as we know.
Terminator's very good, but Terminator 2 is just better.
it's so much better. It's so good. Best movie of all time. We all know.
It's one of the perfect movies.
It really is.
Thank you for saying that. He supposedly loved going to Gold's Gym specifically.
Yeah.
Now,
In LA?
That's
Dude,
almost
so
right?
actually,
That's a fucking, and at this time, that's
Yes.
peak bodybuilding
so
era.
this becomes a huge point of contention in the story. A lot of people say that he went religiously to the LA one, but it seems as though but he did go to it, but it was 3 hours away.
I got you.
So he would go, I think, to the one in the Mecca one, the one in Venice Beach is the
course.
one.
That's the famous
That's
one,
That's
the
the
one
famous
that
one.
Arnold had his bench at. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was 2 hours away from where he's staying because he was staying with his mom.
I was
so
hanging
it's
nipple.
more likely that he would go to the Pasadena location.
Austin, you trying to get me hard on camera?
It worked.
I gotta cross my legs now. I gotta fucking watch this thing out.
And at the time, in 1989, real estate in California is booming.
Oh,
And
big time.
Phillips wants a piece of that action. So he tries to get his real estate license and needs to look the part of a rich kid that can sell houses. So what do you think he does?
Rob a bank.
Close. He tries.
Robs a clothing store so he can have better clothes.
Boom. Joseph.
I'm right there. I'm right there, baby. I get it. You rob a clothing store so you can look the part, and
Of
then you
a
can
bank robber.
and then you can talk your way into these high-end situations.
So he goes to the local Sears
Gotta look the
and steals 2 to 3 suits.
Fuck yeah.
Unfortunately, not successfully.
Oh no.
He was caught, booked, and faced a couple of days of jail and a year of probation.
Ah, damn.
Well, see, I'm sure where you fucked up is that you go in wearing a suit that's 3 times too big. And then you put on 3 suits underneath that suit.
right.
No, officer, I always dress like this.
No,
And then
officer,
you walk
I'm
out like
very
nothing's
cold.
ever happened.
I need to wear layers because it's very chilly in Los Angeles.
Sir, you're sweating. You're visibly red.
I'm just crying through my pores. I've had a long day.
But this doesn't stop him. This makes him think. This makes him pivot. So he moves to Denver, again to dive into the real estate market. But again, in a bit of a non-traditional sense. He starts by hitting up real estate agents and looks through 50 properties, acting as a buyer. Why, you may ask? So he could get the locksbox code.
That's smart.
To each of the houses.
Nice.
Sure.
So now he knows how to get into several of the houses. So this is what he does.
He knows the layouts.
So he would post ads in the newspaper that he was renting out a certain place, just down the street, like 123 Jackson Road. People would call and he'd cover his tracks and say, oh, actually, I've already leased that place out, but I have this other property. Just so anyone could look up, and say like, well, no, I'm the actual owner. You're like, okay, well, that one's already done anyway.
Yeah.
And then
That's pretty clever, actually.
some parts are very clever, and then some parts are like, what happened, man?
Yeah.
You had a great idea.
Right there.
But no follow through.
You just can't close, man.
He just can't close.
So he would tell them to meet them at the new property over the phone. He'd show them around. He would collect a $1,000 deposit and ghost them.
Nice.
Weirdly enough, that shit still happens, or at least it did like 10 years ago. Grace and I were looking for a place to rent, and I was like, oh my God, this is off. It was off of Jones Street over in Inglewood. And I was like, rent's pretty awesome. This place looks great. And then like we hit the person up and they're like, yeah. Here's the code for it. Go by and check it out whenever you want, which wasn't all that unusual. But we showed up and there was clearly people living there.
Oh my God.
And there was no like lockbox or like any code to get the key to go and check it out. And I knocked on the door and I was like, is this place available for rent? They're like, no, this guy has been emailing people. I'm so sorry. No, it's not real. And I'm like, what is this scam? Like, how does this work? And the people that are living there actively are like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Then you will love this, Grant. So this scam worked for about a day.
A day.
When the Myers family checked the property a second time, because apparently the husband was very suspicious of how easy all this was.
Sure.
And giving $1,000. And so they talked to the people because there were people living there. So the people living there pull up and they're like,
what are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? Well, this guy said that, like, you're renting out the place. Like, we are renting out the place. And so they reach out to their real estate agent, and the real estate agent's like, no, I'm the one that's dealing with it. I'm selling it. We're not renting it out. And so then after that, they call the police.
Yeah.
So they set up a sting for basically, like, he's, like, ready to, like, run the whole transaction. Like, run paperwork. Here's your lease. Just give me the $1,000. They pull up, they act like everything is normal, do the sting, have him arrested immediately. When he was found, they found $2,000 in his car already, presumably from two other people that same day.
Well, we can't know that.
So they eventually, they could not stick the charge because they don't know who he scammed.
Lots of people just have $2,000 in their car. Officer.
With a Craigslist post that says $1,000 each, please.
For only a day.
So he gets released on bond. As you can imagine, with what money he bails himself out.
Easy come, easy go.
Well, that scam almost worked out, but we didn't lose anything. So
we're back to
it's a wash.
Just a little $2,000 bond. Easy peasy. Got it.
So he skips town and goes back to L.A. This doesn't stop him. This makes him think. This makes him pivot to do what? The most America thing ever. What if this but with guns.
What if what we did, but a lot more guns? Short of destabilizing a democratically elected government, that's about as American as you can get.
That's so true. Good writing, buddy, honestly.
So let's switch gears. Now we're going to switch to Emil. Emil Matasauranu, born to a 48-year-old father, Viral Dominic Matasauranu.
I'm sorry.
And
I don't care.
48-year-old father and a 26-year-old mother, Valeria Nicolescu.
Okay.
Nothing on the age gap? I don't want to say anything on that.
Wait, what was it?
I was
what
too
the
focused
gap?
on the names. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Valeria sounds
48 to 26.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's
And which one of them's 48?
The father.
Yeah.
more standard. And yeah, we're pushing too many numbers there. Yeah.
It's in Romania, so I feel like it's less
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, it's
but
in Romania. It's less weird, I guess, but still weird.
I almost feel like that makes it more weird. What is he, some kind of Dracula? Praying after these young ladies?
Probably.
Probably. He's
I
probably.
want to suck your tits.
I know I said I'm 48, but I'm actually 480.
But Emil was born an only child and grew up in Timisoara, Romania, at least until he was 10 years old. A lot of what happened to him seems to be murky and hard to undeniably verify, but broad strokes, it seems as though his family hated being in Romania. Romania was one of the USSR's satellite countries while also wanting to be one of the initial early adopters of Western philosophy, democracy, and economy, which made it a very volatile place.
Yeah, I
at
mean,
the
the
time.
Russians hated them for a long, long time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Apparently, Emil's father
It was also cold.
it was also very cold, and Russia, USSR hates what they're doing, and Romania is trying to fight it. Doesn't really have the means to do so. And the United States is kind of pumping in money, kind of not.
A little bit.
1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of situation.
As we love to do.
Plus all the vampires.
Plus the vampires.
Werewolves.
I mean, that's always a
Werewolves,
concern.
thank you.
That's a concern.
Yeah.
So Emil's father apparently
Various creepy crawlies.
hated the USSR and was imprisoned as a political activist.
Okay.
So political prisoner. While his mother was an opera singer, apparently fighting tooth and nail to get the family the fuck out of there into
Was
the
she any
States. Huh?
Was she any good?
As an opera singer? Apparently she was.
Oh, nice.
Apparently she was doing pretty well and traveled a lot.
But that's awesome.
So she
Okay.
was actually good at her job.
Successful opera singer.
But I doubt made a lot of money, hence why she kind of fell in love with the 40-year-old man. That's what I'm thinking, but
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
nothing like too concrete.
He's
she
probably
fat?
like,
Was she fat?
I don't know.
was he like a producer in a show she was in or something?
I don't know.
I'm just
I
saying
don't
the
know.
good ones are fat.
I think he was just a political
Yeah.
activist and like probably had the gift of gab. And
I was
That's
chatting
what-
up this BBW fucking opera singer.
I mean, she's Romanian, so I imagine she's got,
So she smells
Olive.
like goulash.
sexy goulash.
I like-
Sexy goulash.
Hey, I like goulash.
That's what good pussy sounds like. Just
But Emil had been diagnosed at a young age. As I just tried to act like that didn't happen. Graham's like, no, I need you to know that sucked.
you don't want to stick your thing in a big pot of popper cash?
No, sir.
No. All right.
More from Joseph.
Your loss. I'm gonna be over here with this bopper gush. I think it's the name of the dish. I don't know. Go ahead, Jamie.
I don't know. Maybe it's the name of the dish that's turning me on. I'm not really sure.
Maybe I'm just hungry.
But Emil had been diagnosed at a young age with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which, if you're listening to this podcast, then you probably are really smart and already know what that is. But to explain it to Joseph, the most idiotic of us all,
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you tailoring this to my idiocy.
Also
Thank
was
you.
clearly in the script. It's really awesome.
It is a thickening of the heart walls. In Emil's case, the left side of his heart. This results in less blood being able to be pumped effectively and can result in chest pain, lightheadedness, shortness of breath, fainting, and in some cases, cardiac arrest.
What's cardiac arrest?
It's when your heart goes to jail.
Oh.
Thank you, Austin.
Thank you, Austin.
This condition is often hereditary and can be managed with anything from beta blockers to heart replacement surgery. Unfortunately for Emil, he hates taking his medication.
They call us beta blockers because we're a bunch of alphas over here. Oof, oof. Alpha dog. Sorry, go ahead.
Does that mean I can put Sigmapreneurs as our...
I said alphas.
Alphas, idiot.
Arf, arf.
Sigmas aren't real.
Sigmas are real because we're Sigmas.
We can be omegapreneurs where we all mpreg each other.
No.
Thank you, Austin.
This just reminds me of astrology. It's like male astrology.
It is.
That is
100%.
super
That's
true.
exactly
Yeah.
what
And
it
I
is.
also saw something the other day where it was like astrology is just racism for women. and it made me smile.
That's really good.
No comment, but you will have all noticed I almost spit took.
Yeah,
So we're
that was
good.
awesome.
I have no words. You saw my reaction. We're moving on.
So apparently because of Emil's medical, what's the term?
Condition?
His medical condition, he couldn't work out. In fact, it was heavily suggested that he doesn't to not put any strain on his heart.
Yeah.
That's no good if you're going to be hanging out at fucking Muscle Beach.
Especially with your 26-year-old wife.
Well, he's still in Romania.
Oh, well, we'll get there.
Yeah. But apparently his mother would coddle him a whole bunch and would feed him a lot. So apparently he was known as a very chubby kid and then got picked on a lot and apparently had an antisocial mindset because of that.
This is just my villain origin
I
story.
was just gonna say, yeah.
This is just me growing up.
We're concocting like Mandark from Dexter's Lab.
I was chubby as hell and I was loved. I don't understand the problem.
Some people wear it well. You know, some people wear
Some
it
people
really
do.
well.
Yeah. And some people struggle to get into their Gap Husky Boy Easy Fit jeans while no one wants to play Pokemon with them on the fucking playground. Go ahead.
Apparently, it was so bad that his mother was actually using this same argument for them to be able to leave Romania and emigrate to the United States.
Because
Basically
there's
saying,
fat kids in America.
no,
You blend right in.
My son's too much of a loser. We have to immigrate to America.
Where they all love Cheetos and cartoons.
He'll blend in with all the fatties.
she was saying, one, the medical condition, he could get better medical help in the United States
Right,
than
of
in
course.
Romania. That was
Okay,
one.
sure.
Two, he was getting bullied a lot, and it'd be a safer place for him.
They can't fight so good there.
Going to the American embassy and arguing that your son's too much of a Sigma cuck and you have to leave Romania is so funny.
So I thought,
good.
while reading all this and doing, I thought people were sensationalizing it. Like he couldn't have just been bullied that much, or yada yada. Like they're just trying to paint this picture of just the origin story. And then this is a quote from one of Emil's high school friends, Terry, talking about him. Terry remembers meeting Emil in the spring of '83 when they would share a science class together.
In America.
In America,
right?
yeah. And he said he was very friendly, kind of a smartass like me, and very overweight at 350 pounds.
What?
Damn, that's a big
Fucking
boy.
hell. Fuck
That is a
off.
big boy.
That's a big boy.
How tall is he?
I think he was 5'8" or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
god,
dude, you
That kid's
can't
a
be-
fucking
Dude,
wrecking
that's
ball.
morbidly obese.
Yeah.
You can't be 350 if your height starts with 5. That's too much.
Dude, I was a full-blown chunkster, and I never hit even close to 300.
Dude, I was a
wild.
fucking chunk muffin and same.
Yeah.
I had a belly. I had some little moobies going on.
I was a
but
fat kid.
I was a beanpole.
Can't relate.
That tracks with you.
Yeah, it does make sense.
I was definitely a fatty too, but I never hit 300. But like this, when he said 350, it gets funnier about his weight too.
Okay. Hell yeah.
All right.
He was very overweight at 350 pounds. We used to giggle at the way Mr. Fox couldn't pronounce Emil's last name. I don't think he had a lot of friends because of his weight and because he was a foreigner.
Sure.
So yeah, like I said,
I was hoping you were going to talk about the way that he was bullied while in Romania, because you're referencing like they moved for that reason and everything like that. I have to assume over there, a kid that fat
stands out.
They literally would just like kick him into the snow and just throw rocks.
I'm sure it was pretty bad in Romania, but like it sounds like he just wanted a clean slate and wanted to start over and not look back at all.
I feel like bullies in Romania are probably way meaner than like Eastern European bullies will just cut you.
Face,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
They're already smoking cigarettes. They're just hitting you with hot ash and cutting you.
Like this is what, the 60s you said?
80s?
This would be the 70s when he grew up.
Late 70s?
Okay.
Late 70s Romania.
So not quite the summer of love.
I mean, we're talking cold ass rocks and cigar burns.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my thought.
Like 100% like violence is okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm sure they were like, oh yeah, boys are supposed to fight each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to pick on the fat kid. The fat kid needs to know he's not supposed to be fat.
He's literally the broadside of a barn. I mean, that's what a target.
Right. You know the nerdy kid at the school they went to when this kid showed up was like, thank God.
Yeah, 100%.
Another one to take the heat off.
And also, I'm allowed to say that I was really, really fat as a kid.
It's
really
okay
was.
if we say this because we were little chunks.
It did also fat.
This did not help him for when he finally meets Phillips Jr. Or Larry. Even Larry's half brother said this about him, saying that Larry was a master manipulator who loved to surround himself with insecure people to morph them into something he could use.
Oh, yeah.
I know those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's about to get. So this is like Romanian Dylan and Eric from fucking Columbine.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I was thinking more like, what were the two mice?
Oh, Pinky and the Brain?
Pinky and the Brain.
Okay, that's good too. What we going to do today, Brain?
I'm sorry. Just to clarify for my own sake, our main character right now is the Brain, right? Or he's Pinky.
Larry is the Brain.
Larry is the
Emil is Pinky.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
But Fat Pinky.
Yeah, Fat Pinky.
Pinky, he's the whole hand.
The one that
He's 6 fingers, baby.
And then in that same interview with Terry, he went on to say, quote, I never noticed anything about his personality that indicated that someone might be able to manipulate him or convince him to do something that wasn't in his nature. He seemed to me to be confident and able to decide for himself what was right and wrong. He never told me any stories of being picked on, and I never saw anyone giving him a hard time. He always seemed to be jovial and confident. He never gave me the impression that he was a target of any bullying at school, and the subject never arose. Later in that school year in '83, Emil and his buddy at the time, Dan, both bought Kawasaki GPZ 550s.
What?
They both apparently loved motorcycles.
Sure, but where'd they get this money? I mean, I know they're cheap, but like...
Well, his mom's an opera singer.
Well,
she's rolling in it.
I mean, it's probably like $500 back then.
it was $500. Apparently, his mother, I'm going to get into it more, but his mother was running her own business at the time that apparently was doing relatively well.
So she's just giving him like mad allowances and stuff. Okay.
Ah, gotcha.
But her business, I'll get into it more, but her business was essentially turning their household into a nursing home.
Oh.
Essentially, for like the
you get the tax cuts on that shit, baby?
Yeah, that's exactly what she was thinking. So
that sounds rife with scamming and abuse.
Ooh, great foreshadowing there, Joseph.
Okay, I figured, and this is Larry's mom, right?
No, this is Emil's mom.
This is Emil's mom.
Oh.
Like, Joseph, sorry to circle back around real quick, Jamie, where we don't really have much of a class system. And especially
Right, that
in
whole thing
California.
where we don't. Yeah.
Right.
And no,
There's never been a time that people have figured out a way to like utilize the abuse.
to take a system that has so little benefit to people and what benefit it does to systematically turn that around and use it and
in their own
to
favor,
abuse
because there's no oversight.
other people while you enrich yourself.
Right. Because there's a lot of oversight in those like programs and stuff like that. Because it's been effectively funded.
A lot of money, a lot of oversight, a lot of opportunity
so
for
there's really
change.
no way for that to happen.
No, not even at all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who?
Austin got bored with our sarcasm.
So Emil apparently, like I said, loved bikes. He loved riding motorcycles and worked really hard to soup up and mod his motorcycle, where him and his boys would essentially take the motorcycles down to the valley, go do fun, cool
Rip
shit.
around, yeah.
But a guy named Ken Perez, who basically kind of became his motorcycle idol, who also like worked on his own shop and worked on motorcycles, he said that Emil, quote, wanted to ride a fast bike, but his skills were not there. So he always would be left in the dust when he went into the canyons.
Oh.
Namely because he was 350
I was
pounds.
just about to say
Fat man in a little bike.
that's not necessarily the bike's fault.
The bike's doing its job.
Right,
the bike is
like,
carrying 3 times more weight.
It's trying its best.
Poor guy.
He just wanted to be fast and have the best bike.
Well, then put down the cheeseburgers. Take a walk.
Hey. Don't tell me to put down no cheeseburgers.
I'm not talking about you. You're tall.
Or
You're tall.
buy a bigger bike.
He wouldn't be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
In 1997, Emil graduated from DeVry University.
Nice.
Degree in hand, allegedly, Valerie, his mother, threw a graduation party for her son at the house, and nobody except a 74-year-old neighbor, Walter Kennedy, showed up.
Oh, that sucks. Congratulations. Is that cake?
I thought I smelled cake.
Do you mind if I get seconds? Wait till everyone's gotten some, Walter.
I'm the only one here.
Emil ate it all. Sorry.
You really should lose weight, fatso.
This poor kid.
He's just grabbing him by his love handles. Here, tubby.
Or as many of my great aunts have said in the past, wow, you're growing out faster than you're growing up.
Whoa.
That's why I got the fat jokes, baby.
Thanks, Auntie.
Glad you're here and not fucking dead.
I, too, hate myself.
Kennedy was actually a retired postal worker and was interviewed in 97 and would call Emil a pretty good guy. Whilst Walter called him a pretty good guy, other neighbors remember the household as being unsettling. They said they always had trouble over there. 1987 saw tensions within the household rise, specifically between Emil and his father. Emil wanted to go out in the world and start earning, while his father wanted him to continue his education and pursue a master's degree. Emil, reportedly, resisted. When in an act of defiance against his father, or if he generally believed his business plan had a chance for success, in 1987, the 19-year-old Emil opened his own business where he apparently couldn't get pretty much any business drumming up. He couldn't get any clientele. And his business supposedly was working with motorcycles. So I imagine it's really hard for...
Is he like trying to fix them? Like,
trying to do anything, like
a
soup
little
them
bike?
up, fix them up, the whole shebang. But like,
I mean, you got to have friends to start a business, honestly.
yeah. But also, like, he's a 350-pound, 19-year-old kid trying to say, like, he can do professional work. And so it's just...
Yeah.
It just wasn't looking good for him.
You couldn't find like a repair shop and just apprentice there?
He didn't want to work for anybody.
Well, that's just an impasse. You can't have your standards up to here if you don't got the skills to back it up or the capital.
Well, a lot of people also say this about Emil, even... not Terry, but the guy who he looked up to, what was his name? Ken Perez even said it's like he was looking for instant gratification. Like he never took the time to like harness his skills and hone them. He always wanted to be the best without having to put in any work.
That's a bad quality.
That is a bad quality, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. But obviously he had learned something from his mother, who apparently was running, like I said, a pseudo nursing home out of the house where she was getting paid by the state something upwards of 1 to 1.5K per person that she was taking in. It wouldn't always be like an old person. It would tend to be some most often, but it would be
some
like
kind of infirm.
Someone who's like disabled on some level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're getting some kind of government subsidy.
Yes.
And she's relying on that.
Yes. Apparently, between that, the elderly handicap that she took care of, the son that didn't want to go to school wanted his own business, who apparently also got really into guns on top of motorcycles.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they do.
In that crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
In that era, too.
Yeah.
So apparently, at one point, his dad hates how this business is being run. Apparently, like he's saying, like shit's going missing, everything's fucking up. Like he's seeing abuse as well in the business, and apparently gets into a physical altercation with Emil's mom. So much so that Emil feel as though he had to interject and said that he had to separate them using a chair akin to a lion tamer.
Damn.
And like I said, he got really into guns around this time, and his neighbors reported seeing him clean his guns on the front porch to unwind as his family would fight.
I see now why you say unsettling. Because you hear two people screaming at each other in Romanian, I assume, and then just this 350-pound fucking hill of a person sitting on the front porch.
Just methodically.
Muttering to himself and cleaning a fucking gun.
Just in the background. Just,
Wonderful day we're having.
Hey, Emil.
Hey.
Good day we're having. There are no good days.
Is it a good day?
Which, when I first read about that, I was like, oh, okay, the graduation party, no one's showing up. That's why.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared of the house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he brought a friend over to the house and then is like, so this is how you live, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just play it cool until I get home.
Mm-hmm. Man, that is a moment when you like, because like, you know how it is sometimes like you wouldn't bring people to your house because you're like, there's a lot of fights going on right now. There's a lot of not so comfy stuff. But then sometimes like, I'm sure you guys have experiences where you go to someone's house and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So this is your life, huh?
Yeah. I'll never forget a buddy of mine. I mean, we were kind of like we're doing our like cool kid, bad kid kind of shit, doing drugs, selling drugs, whatever, but like on a small scale. And got over to his dad's place, who was a construction worker, but basically would get a job as a construction worker and just steal a bunch of shit. And then his main occupation was selling drugs.
Sure.
Like mad weight, and would just offer us joints of like really good weed and then like bake us or like make us like munchy food and stuff. And then just shoot us in the ass with like an airsoft pistol, just finding it hilarious to get these high kids to like freak out with something that hurt them or whatever. And then one time, like handed me a pair of like $500 fucking ostrich skin boots. It's like, these look like about your size. And I'm like, yeah, they are. Where'd you? I stole them. And I'm like, you're 50,
Jesus.
It was that moment of like, Justin, I like you, buddy, but this is not my Justin. This is a different guy named Justin was like, I like you, but I don't know if I want to go to your house. You come over to my mom's house. She makes a pretty good spaghetti,
Don't get me wrong. I love selling weed, but your dad's frightening. And to be honest, he needs to get his shit together.
Yeah.
Boys are going to go to Burger King that my paycheck just hit, by which I mean I just stole a lot of copper.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut someone off at Burger King who just ordered. We're going to take their order, and then we'll go eat it in the park.
and just for good measure, we'll slash his tires. So it's like, I'm 16.
That sounds awesome.
It was interesting.
Where was I? Sorry, that reminds me of in high school. What was it? There was this one kid named Kyle. I thought Kyle was so cool. Similar situation. We'd go over to his place, downstairs basement. He used a skateboard. He had skateboard ramps down there.
Sure.
His parents would feed us and get us high sometimes. And I was like, oh, his dad's the coolest. Until his dad got like blackout drunk and they got into a fight. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, the unfun part of this.
Yeah, no, I mean, at one point, my buddy turned, and I was like when I first met him, started coming over. I was like, "Your house is awesome." It's like he looked at me so serious. It's like, "It's not good. It's not good." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" The third time I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man."
What are you talking about? You got honeypots, man. That would be me over my buddy's house. Like his parents would be like on the verge of divorce, and in the other room we were just like putting Mountain Dew into wine glasses and just
Who's your favorite, Charizard or Bulbasaur?
playing Halo.
Wow, you guys have actual Frosted Flakes? Sick. Hell yeah. I'm sick of Dr. Thunder.
Yeah, this place it rips.
You guys have chocolate milk?
And it sounds like you guys are going to have 2 Christmases pretty soon.
I love 2 Christmases.
Around this time, it seems as though Emil wanted to just get out of the house. And so, against doctor's wishes, he starts hitting the gym.
Okay.
Where, reportedly, Gold's gym.
But that's where
And that's the thing that
the other guy,
when you said,
and before you hinted,
So some say that they met at the Venice Beach one, but like I said, they both were closer to the Pasadena location. But it
doesn't have the panache of the fucking Venice Beach one.
Yeah. And everyone was like, they just wanted to dream big, and they loved Arnold Schwarzenegger. So like the Venice
They're just
Beach.
turning it into Pain and Gain.
Yeah. And then in 1988, Valerie's Villa is what she called the pseudo old home, would get a citation for having unguarded firearms open to access.
What is this, Florida?
Can't have doddering old folks with possible dementia fucking just have loose guns around.
Right.
Valerie claimed
Especially
that
in this era when they're like a lot of them probably were in
Like served in the Pacific or
Right,
whatever.
right.
I'm in Okinawa. Just fucking capping people.
"Oh God, it's Pearl Harbor again."
I don't like that mustache hair, Hitler.
I imagine, so it doesn't exactly say how the citation
It's a
came
good pistol
about,
sound.
Thanks.
but I imagine someone heard a gunshot go off and called the cops.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently after that citation, the cops kept coming back and coming back. And Valerie said that and claimed that the quote-unquote system had it out for her and her family and did not want to see them succeed. So I think the neighbors had enough.
Yeah.
Around this time, in between 1988 and 1989, it is reported that Phillips and Emil had officially met. Most report that it was at the Gold's Gym, like I said, but close friends and family members say they met prior and elsewhere multiple times. But back to...
At a CC's Pizza.
Actually, that sounds very right up there.
Emil just stuffing his foot. You know, they can't tell you to stop eating the pizza.
I love CC's Pizza.
I did too.
I hate
did.
CC's Pizza so much.
It's not
CC's
good.
Pizza saved your life at one time, but
It
other than
did,
that,
it did.
I
Saved
hate
my
it.
life.
Apparently at
Such a
Valerie's
funny
Villa.
non sequitur, like with no context. Dive back to the episodes. I've
Yeah,
talked
you'll
about it
you'll
before,
find
but
the pizza
It's a
episode.
free Patreon episode. You're welcome.
You'll like it.
Back to the house at Valerie's Villa, everything was becoming more and more unstable. Due to continued visits from the local law enforcement relating to the escalating tensions, Emil's father was told that unless he left the home, that no more clients would be placed, thus cutting off Valerie's revenue stream. His father would move out and take up residence in an apartment less than half a mile away. He would, over the years, move between several addresses, but never officially moved back in. Whether Viral was the instigator in the household, it seems little changes after he leaves and maybe considerably gets worse. They hire a new girl. Her name is Andrea, who would come in. I think she was like a driver, so she would come in like 5 days out of the week to pick people up, drop people off, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And she did this 5 days a week for roughly about 3 years. In her words, she says, "I first met Emil in 1989. I used to work with developmentally disabled adults and children at a community-based day program called Social Vocational Services. I worked at the one in Alhambra. One of my jobs was to pick up 6 high-functioning adult male clients from Valerie's villa. Mm-hmm. We would employ them in gardening, so we would drive around in a van all day and do various gardening jobs around the area."
That's some serious LA shit, by the way.
What do you mean?
Basically everything you just said, but like the institutions programs that they had like that is like incredibly common. So where they would like literally just drop these like high functioning adults off, like basically at like landscaping like jobs and stuff like that, because there's a shitload of money. They're doing these massive installs. They need bodies. They need some kind of structure, something to do. And yeah, that was a massively common thing.
Was it worth it? Did it work out well?
I mean, it depends on the context or like the just like specific situations, but a lot of times, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. The adult clients were very high functioning and would be like a friend with low intelligence.
Yeah.
I would see Emil every day.
What's that like? Friends with low intelligences is.
I wouldn't know.
Never met one.
Couldn't tell you.
Definitely have never done a podcast before.
That, my friends, was a.
That was just a. Someone slam dunk this.
Someone insults me. Hurry up. Okay, let's carry on.
I've had a long day. Here you go.
Come on.
We started talking a little and became friends from there. When I met Emil, he was actually, quote unquote, dead fit, as you would say. He worked out constantly at Gold's Gym in Pasadena. He was childlike in many ways. Emil was very nice when I came to the house, sometimes a little flirty, but never mean. Emil's behavior amongst friends was by and large normal. I, however, saw a different side of him, though, a professional aspect. The clients frequently told me horrible stories of abuse, mostly verbal abuse, threatening, that type of thing. But they also said that he had a bad temper and hit them sometimes, or would deprive them of such things as dinner. If his mental health was in bad shape by 96 or 97, I'd have said it had been a long time coming. He already had some issues mentally in 1989. It just got worse over time.
Yeah, I'm sure she noticed that as a CVS worker herself. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
And she said that he was able to conceal it better back then. And I only worked there from 1989 to 1992-ish, but I still saw him around from time to time. Now, we've got the players. Let's talk about the chessboard real quick. I'll try to make this part quick. In Los Angeles in the 1930s, bank robbers were hot. Some might say caliente. There were famous bank robbers like John Dillinger, Machine Gun Kelly, who was also famous for kidnapping oil tycoon Charles Urschel. Pretty Boy Floyd, who was also famous, whether true or not, was mythically destroying mortgage records while robbing banks. Mm-hmm. This was also during the Great Depression, so public perception of bank robberies were at an all-time high. People were generally saw this as a means of sticking it to the man. Yeah. Finally, the big players are taking a hit. Mm-hmm. Anybody see any correlation between violence to the upper class in the midst of increasing wealth disparities?
Right now?
I don't know what you're talking about. Is that happening right now?
Are you okay, Austin? You look like you're dying inside.
I'm really tired.
Well, I've been watching him droop hard.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I really am.
I think I saw you. Did you fall asleep? I think I saw you fall asleep for a second.
No, just my eyes.
I was just resting my eyes.
Just resting his eyes.
Yeah. No, I think it's something with like the light that's like making me sleepy.
The searing lights are pointed directly at us.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys may make fun of my glasses. It really does help.
I like your glasses, and I'd have a pair right now if I could.
But once the rise of the FBI focused its energy breaking up mobs, catching high-level famous criminals, the U.S. entered a technically justified world war that had great amount of public support. This is a key element of politics that I want to drill in a different episode, but not now. But mixed with winning the war, pulling the United States out of the Depression, the sentiment and ability to pull off bank robberies subsided. That is, until the 1960s.
That's right, baby.
From 1965 to 1975, the bank robber business in the United States
golden
experienced a comeback of Riley Reid proportions.
It was the best.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right.
There's lead in the air.
Pretty sure they were killing her back
Lead
then.
in the gasoline,
Which means there's lead in the air. Everybody's
That's right.
going crazy. Yeah. it's
lead in the
best.
paint, lead in the pipes. There's all the lead you could handle.
Lead in my pencil. Hell
Lead
yeah.
in my pencil. Keep talking about Riley Reid. Lead in my pencil.
Armed robberies climbed from a low nationwide total of 850 to a staggering 3,500 with no sign of slowing down.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, another decade of uniform crime reports recorded nearly 1,500 robberies alone in 1985.
I mean, talk about make America great again. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's go back there.
I know. It used to be so much easier to rob banks.
Some better than others, but we're looking at an average of $3,048 being stolen in each robbery. And the statistics for solving these crimes was not even, but nearly 1 in 4. I think it was like 22%.
Damn. Not a high rate.
Wow.
I mean, you walk into it, you're like, I could probably get away with this. With that mentality.
You probably could.
Yeah.
And this trend didn't stop. In fact, in the span from 1989 to 1991, Los Angeles was facing a bank robbery epidemic. In 1978, robberies had climbed to over 1,000 in the 7-county area, pushing LA into the unenviable blue ribbon title of bank robbery capital of the world.
Yeah. I mean, I think Boston was the only other city that was even close to LA at that time.
Wow.
And again, it was only getting worse. In 1990, FBI uniform crime reports show an increase of 1,200 armed robberies from the year before. It went from 6,691 to 7,837 in one city.
Nice.
In 1991, robberies jumped an alarming 20% to 9,388. And that was one robbery every 16 minutes, or for the country in total.
Yeah.
There was a robbery every 16 minutes of every hour of every working day, Monday to Saturday, all year long.
Yeah. Our version now is burning down warehouses, apparently,
Hey.
which we've got a big uptick on that shit.
All you had to do
I'm
was
okay with.
all you had to do was pay us enough to live.
That's exactly right.
The result of such a large increase in this type of crime saw a $61.5 million loss to banking institutions.
Oh, poor guys.
Yeah.
Will no one think of the banks?
I mean, think about the bankers, you know?
I mean, we had a big group of bankers come into the hotel just like this past weekend, and honestly, the cheapest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
Oh, yeah, I
No, they
believe
do not
that.
tip.
Ever in my
They do
life.
not tip.
I was like, you guys literally, your whole job is money. I know you have it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give me some of that money.
No, their whole job is keeping money.
Yeah,
Right.
they don't send it out into the economy and help recirculate it into communities. They keep it all to themselves.
They're like
I was just
tiny,
so-
shitty dragons.
I was
Yeah.
flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I was upset.
Your guest had been flabbered.
Flabbered.
In 91, each take from the robbery average was right at $6,600, right under $6,600. Although in many cases, the bank robber's gain was significantly lower, averaging $1,500 to $2,000.
Because, I mean, at a certain point, they just stop keeping shit in the drawers.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's just in the
They
safe.
didn't. It took them a while to wise up. I'll put it like that.
That's true, yeah.
And then
Because they don't have the little, ink bombs. They don't have the, button at this point.
Yeah, the emergency button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have any of that shit yet.
Well, surely that won't happen again. And then 16 minutes go by, and another
Oh
bank.
shit! You guys just missed it by that much.
I just gave the last of the money to the other guy.
What's that video game Ryan Reynolds movie where he's like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I haven't.
he's an NPC.
I haven't seen it. Yeah,
It's actually
Free
really
Guy
good.
or
It's
something.
Free Guy. It's actually
Yeah.
really good.
Is it?
Yeah, it honestly is
Okay.
surprisingly good. I recommend it. But yeah, he's a bank teller in shit, what's that video game where you're
Grand
like,
Theft Auto?
thank you, and like a
Yeah,
Grand
yeah.
Oh,
Grand
that's
Theft
a
Auto
bad
type game.
NPC to be.
Yeah, and he's just like another day, and then just like boom, a bunch of like masked characters come in to like rob the bank, and they're just like immediately drop down on the ground, and they're like still chatting while they're on the ground behind like the bank teller booth, you know, because it happens like literally every 3 minutes. You know?
What's it called? Of the 9,388 bank robberies, shots were fired in 134 cases. 3 involved explosive devices. 338 involved violence were recorded. 157 assaults, resulting in 132 injuries, 27 deaths, and 135 people being taken hostage. Although 50% of the time the act of aggression was directed at a bank employee, statistics show that the bank robber was the one most likely to end the day taking a ride in the coroner's van, though. So a lot of them died in the process.
Sure.
One fucking... This doesn't really play too much into what we're talking about, but one cool thing, quote unquote cool, that I really enjoyed reading about, like in LA, there were the Rolling 60s Crip gang, and they saw how lucrative and easy to rob banks.
Yeah.
So what they would do is they were of course selling drugs at the time, so they would get addicts basically like, hey,
To rob banks.
I got
to
you.
rob banks for them, but basically they would give them a note and a gun and just say like, go rob that bank, say there's an explosive, get the money, bring it back to us, and we'll give you, whatever crank you need.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not a bad plan. I mean, it's horrible, but
It's
you know,
horrible. It's
but
like-
it's a pretty thoughtful plan.
It's good business tactics.
It worked for a while.
I bet.
Yeah.
And then
100%.
because it took the police a decent amount of time to piece it all together, because they kept catching addicts, like strung out addicts.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you robbing a bank?
How did you plan this?
Yeah, like how'd you
Yeah.
put this all together? Where'd you get this gun? And then eventually they just broke them all and linked it back to them.
Damn.
Yeah. I think there's actually a pretty massive like RICO case on that shit.
Yeah, it eventually led to that because the Rolling 60s Crip gang were running shit. Apparently,
Yeah.
they were running LA for a hot minute. But now that we've got the players and the climate locked in, and you boys are ready to get into the meat and potatoes of this sick ass heist that changed the trajectory of the United States history and police militarization.
Another serving of meat and potatoes.
I'm putting on
I
my
feel like there's a
bib.
cliffhanger coming. Are we walking towards a cliff?
Before, can I grab that other water bottle?
I think we're walking towards a cliff.
I think we're working. I think we're a bunch of lemmings about to head over a cliff.
I feel like a dodo bird being herded somewhere.
I feel like something's going to
Before
happen.
you serve me this insane cliffhanger, can I get some water? I'm a little parched.
Can I have a tiny butter, please?
Hey, I hate to shit all over your momentum and stop everything, but I'm a little parched.
Well, we're waiting for part 2 to then get into the heist, the greatest, horrific, stupidest, dumbest heist of them all, the North Hollywood shootout.
What? Damn it.
What?
I thought we were getting into it now.
A part 2?
A part 2, baby.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want your water back?
Can you hand me a water so I can do a spit take?
Here, I'll do a spit take for
I'm
you.
not going to spit in Visual Mind Studio.
Never mind, that was really good. I'm just going to swallow it all.
This beer's delicious.
Well, dang, I'm super excited for part 2.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get great.
This is a great setup.
The shit that
Yeah.
they pull is insane.
Really good context.
Fuck yeah.
I love the setup, honestly.
But one of the main reasons why I said I wanted for you to simmer on like the generational curse.
Oh, I've got you.
What are your thoughts on that? Because it's something that like I definitely simmered on a lot and thought about like what could we have done as a society to kind of avoid this whole situation.
Well, so
Don't accept Romanians into the country.
Jesus Christ.
actually,
Dude.
Joseph took mine. That's perfect. We can just go ahead. Thanks
Okay,
for joining us.
No. That's not where we're going to end.
It's those sticky-fingered Romanians.
Don't import these goddamn vampire people.
We talk about generational trauma quite a lot. I mean, like unfortunately, with the content that we cover on this podcast, we talk about it quite a lot.
Happens a lot.
Also, like, it is a really big topic of concern, you know, when it comes to like psychologists, sociologists, and all that kind of shit. And I really like the best that I've been able to figure out. Again, armchair at best over here, but it kind of boils down to the like dinner table stories, right? And I'm just utilizing it as an example, but like when I'm sure that you have some really cool stories that have been told about your grandparents, right? And you as well, and you as well, you know, and whatever that family deems as either funny or important or something to be celebrated within that can be massively different and sometimes skewed in a certain way. So we're talking about a meal here. I bet you money that his mom, his aunt, his uncle, whoever that is older that he looks up to has talked about the generation previous to him. And even if it's just a little thing of like, your granddad did this crazy thing. It was so nuts. I can't believe they did it and pulled it off. Ha, ha, ha. I don't condone it. Don't do that. But I mean, like, come on. And as a child, you think about that and say, well, they like that. That's maybe something that I should emulate because I respect that elder person of my family.
It's all because of your no good pig stealing grandfather.
Well,
I've been thinking about holes for most of this. Like since you said, I was trying to Stanley Yelnats. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Because
to go. Holes.
when you said like family curse, I was just like, I'm tired of digging these holes.
That's too damn bad.
That's instantly what popped into my head. I'm so glad you said that.
But I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like it just becomes like ingrained in your family, and you are raised by that family, like it or not. And you do grow up and say, I'm not going to be anything like that. But there's that weird thing, and you made the joke earlier of like, oh, so I'm an alcoholic with rage issues, right?
Yeah.
I'm an alcoholic that's good at fixing things. Because I always saw my dad with a beer and take 3 shitty vehicles and turn it into one working vehicle.
Yes.
You know, and he's got a
The
whole...
Frankenstein.
Yeah, man. Like, I know how to do that. And it's something that I respected about him, still respect him about. But there's all the negative connotations associated with that person that, unfortunately, I've picked up on some.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, I think with that, it makes perfect sense. And if you're talking about, like, Black Americans with that generational trauma, they have unintentionally taught their children for generations and generations, don't be alone at dark, not because you're unsafe, because a cop may shoot you. They may have never, ever said that to their kids, but they have, like, insinuated that in certain ways to where they just don't trust cops and they don't want to put themselves in those situations because they've seen their parents or their grandparents get scared in those situations or worse, shot or taken to jail for nothing to do with anything that they've done, just who they are, right? And I think that what the generational trauma element that we're talking about here. It's like this unwritten, unspoken, passed down thing. So, I mean, some people do say it's like in your genes. I don't really know if I believe that or not, but yeah, I think it's just stories.
Nature and nurture.
Yeah, I think it's massively nurture, and it's just a lot more subtle and complex than we like to give it credence to.
Yeah,
personally. Sure. So, anyways, that's my thought. Sorry. Anyway,
No, that's a lot of what I've been simmering on of like the nature versus nurture, because especially in like the more sensationalized parts of what's it called, true crime, the whole generational curse of like. I feel as though it has more the connotation of it being more like a genetic thing or a nature thing more than a nurture thing.
I mean, if we're talking about like serial killers, maybe. Because a lot of times there are certain like chemical imbalances that are physically passed down. And if they get dinked in the head one too many times and also liked cutting up cats when they were kids because your great-great-grandfather also liked cutting up cats, nobody really knows why. It's kind of a weird thing they do or whatever. Third concussion unlocks something. Yes, I mean, I think so. But if you're talking about just being antisocial in the sense of like robbing banks or trying to like scam or scheme and stuff, that feels more nurture to me personally. But
Joseph, you got any thoughts?
I don't think it'll ever, if we're just talking just on the nature nurture thing, I don't think it'll ever entirely be just one or the other. You know what I mean? But I do think nurture has a much larger role in it. I think you can take virtually anyone from any environment, and if you put them in an environment with stability and guidelines and love and care and support, you can make anyone could be an astronaut or a serial killer, just depending on where you put them. You know what I mean? And
I mean, especially if you're talking about an intelligent child,
Sure.
put them in those two situations, you will likely end up with an astronaut or a serial killer.
I mean,
Yeah.
Anyone can be lifted up or broken.
Yeah.
I think is probably what it boils down to. And to Grant's point, I think Grant did a great job of summarizing it. But when you talk about what your family prioritizes or glorifies, especially, I mean, like you were talking about with him riding around on the motorbike with his dad and doing all this stuff. I mean, that is the kind of stuff that sticks with you. There are moments, especially with my dad, you know, that I remember as a kid thinking like, oh, this is cool. Or like, especially a big thing that, and not to get too, you know, personal about it, but I just remember a big aspect of me and my dad's relationship was like, felt like secrets that we shared.
Yeah.
Things that he did that I knew about or was with him when he did that I knew was something that I wasn't supposed to tell anyone else about.
Probably, especially your mom.
I literally, if I had $1 for every time my dad would say, don't tell your mom about this.
Don't tell your mama.
And sometimes it was stuff that was really, you know, sometimes it was like
Benign.
special stuff, you know, where it'd be like, I got like, you know, suspended from school or whatever. And
Was
my
there
dad,
ever an actual dollar? Like, hey, don't tell your mom.
well, it would usually be a Happy Meal because, again, I was a fat little boy, and the way to bribe me was with food.
McDonald's cheeseburgers.
so true.
My dad would be like,
Dude, if you gave me a quarter pounder, I would say,
I would shut the
fucking
fuck
word.
up.
well, I mean, like one time I got suspended from school. My dad came and picked me up and was just like, you're not doing any of this bullshit. I don't think you should have been suspended. That's bullshit. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to take you to McDonald's and you can get a fucking Happy Meal, and then I'll take you to the library and you can check out as many books as you want. And, you know, that was like
He saw you.
that was he was like,
That's
what?
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like,
Because otherwise he could have gone mudding with you, but you may not have wanted to go mudding.
right. And that's like a moment that I remember, like I even now I still really treasure, you know, that was like a moment that felt like it was just me and him. And as opposed to the moments that were just me and him that I was like, oh, I'm being burdened by this. You know, I'm being
Manipulated?
Manipulated.
Yeah.
I'm being turned into a confidant when I'm not a confidant. I'm a kid. You know what I mean?
Easily could have fueled your like anti-establishment, anti-authoritarian.
There's a lot of that.
Anti-authority kind of like mindset that I know that you have.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's a thing that like I don't think is necessarily a bad thing to have.
No. But it is definitely bred into you.
Yes.
Big air quotes there for our
Exactly.
listeners. Yeah.
And with a couple of different twists, you know, I could have turned out
Loving cops.
similar to how, and that wouldn't that be a nightmare? Wouldn't Bizarro World Joseph coming in here with his like khakis all tucked in and just
with a little ACAC, all cops are cuties.
Hey guys, do you before we start this podcast, can we just do a little prayer?
Dear Lord, watch over those cops and for all that they do. God bless America.
Deal with those nasty protesters standing in front of their vehicles before they run them over.
Oh my God.
Which is a funny take to like for us to take that weird little spin on our obviously Christian podcast here.
Obviously. But yeah, no, I think that as for what you could do, I mean, with certain families, the best you can do is offer like modes of support, social safety nets, things like that for cases of extreme poverty or for people who don't have equity, people who don't have an actual chance to really like lift themselves up. in a situation like this where it's so behavioral, you know what I mean? It's so linked to the sins of the father, if you want to be kind of like,
it's learned.
Yeah. If you want to be kind of literary with it, is that, I mean, I think Grant said it best, but we emulate the things that are celebrated and we learn from our families. And this kid was very much on a path, and that's not to absolve him of anything or to say that he didn't have the ability to get off of it at one point or another. I mean,
sure.
But when you get pushed in a direction, you're going to walk in that direction for a while before you learn that there's another way to do it.
And on that exact note, Joseph, like half of my family is really pretty fucking racist.
Yeah.
And I hated that about them when I was growing up. But I still really watched very intently when they fixed up an old junker or like got that tractor to crank or
I know what you mean.
Skinned a deer. You know? It was like, this seems important.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm learning things from them, but I'm also doing my best to not learn certain things from them.
Yeah.
Another reason why I kind of went on this deep dive and made such a focal point of like their upbringing was I was re-listening to our Ed Kemper episode.
Yeah, old Bumblebutt.
Which you did a fantastic job again, Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job, Joseph.
Austin Joseph, you did a great job.
But like one thing that like
that is
played
his
in my
middle name.
mind was just how horrific his mother was.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, how different would the world have been if that just one person wouldn't have been there?
Exactly.
Or if he just
Or
would
if
have
she
had a
didn't have a
loving
goddamn
mother.
kid.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah.
Or if he had a father that actually had a spine and stood up to Clarnell, that
Or
bitch.
just taking
Taking him out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
If there had been someone who had recognized what was going on with fucking 7 foot tall little baby Ed Kemper and been like, hey, like, we got to get this kid out of here. This is not serving him. This is not a home for him.
No.
And I mean, you could say that with like so many monsters throughout history.
It's true.
You know, you could just look back, and again, this doesn't absolve them of anything.
No.
But it's worth it to look back and try to think of like what you could do to prevent this.
Yeah.
You know?
So in Ed Kemper's case, it wasn't really a man that was at fault. It was really women that were at fault.
1,000%.
That's murder schmurder. Put it on a t-shirt. It's women's fault. Yeah.
Do you ever have a moment where you're like, uh-oh, I'm in the wrong room?
Never when I'm with you boys.
What an ender.
Well, on that note,
If you like to blame women for all of your problems, email us at don'temailtrashville@gmail.com.
and we'll tell you how you're probably wrong.
Most likely very wrong.
From the formerly most tolerable men on a podcast.
Now, I will tell you firsthand, you're stupid, and she's probably right. Countless examples I can give you.
Okay, for real. She's probably right. Go touch grass. Take a walk.
You're
go to the
too
park.
angry for no reason.
Yeah.
If a girl says that
I love
you
how
need
it's
therapy,
the two married people, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and Jamie over here like, whoa.
I'll say this: if a woman says you need therapy, you probably
You
need therapy.
probably do,
That is not
honestly.
an attack on you and saying how you're a weak man. It's probably like you got some shit you got to deal with that you're putting off.
I don't know. To quote Bill Burr, just because you've had 10 years of therapy, it's like me. I've watched football my entire life. Doesn't mean I should be a head coach.
And that's okay.
Just because you've gone through 10 years of therapy doesn't mean that
I definitely know
you should
people
give me
who
therapy.
have gone through 10 years of therapy and are still not good at life or
No.
bad with their emotions
Yeah.
or manipulators or not generally just not good people or just could be doing more work on themselves and not relying on their therapist to do all the
I've
emotional
also
work
seen
for them.
somebody take mushrooms and be like, I didn't get anything out of that. I'm like, oh, you're just dumb. Cool.
I'm not saying therapy in and of itself is the cure,
No.
but it is normally a great catalyst to kind of jumpstart
be a tool.
your what's it called?
Your progression.
Your
Your-
progression, the trajectory for you to become a better person.
Exactly. Therapy isn't a cure-all, and your therapist, if they're a good therapist, should know that. They should be there as a tool, as a resource for you.
And if they're bad, they're going to try to sleep with you.
Or if they're really good, they'll try to sleep with you.
If you're
But for real, if your therapist tries to bang you, don't. That's
if
probably
you're
bad.
a hot, slutty
Unless
therapist
she's
and want
really
to chime
yeah, I
in
was
and
gonna
maybe
say.
help me or Austin with our troubles,
with our problems.
Email us at don't email
Specifically with women.
text us at 615-768-9483. Follow us on all the socials at _USA. Follow us on our Patreon. I'm going to try and do my damnedest so we can have all of the parts for this episode, for this heist series, on our Patreon. So if you're like, God, I don't want to wait another week, boom, head to our Patreon.
Get them early.
Early releases.
Early.
There's probably butthole pics on there. I don't know. I haven't been. but
the
I'm just
early
saying.
bird gets the butthole pick.
Is that why you had us all send butthole pics in the group chat?
That is why.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's on the Patreon.
Whose did you
apparently.
like best?
Be honest.
If he doesn't say me, I'm gonna freak.
I was gonna say
If you
I
didn't-
worked really hard.
If you didn't like my butthole best, I'm going to kill myself.
I really worked hard on the lighting. That's why
shave-
I've been sleeping during the podcast today. I'm so tired from taking
would
all
say,
these
I
I
know
butthole
shave
Grant's-
often and
Yeah.
I bleach it. Okay, I mean, if he doesn't
Grant
say
has
me,
told us that he shaves the back door, so he has to get it.
I
would say
specifically didn't shave for the pic because I knew you would like it. If God wanted our buttholes to be pink, he wouldn't have put them. He wouldn't have made poop come out of them. It's supposed to have a tinge to them.
He's got a little bunny tail back there.
I do. My little bunny tail.
Little Peter Cottontail.
I'm gonna
That's
hop
where the-
all over your trail.
that's where the turds get caught, Joey.
Yeah, that's where you
Well,
get those dingleberries.
That's why you got to wring them out.
Just shave. You don't have to worry
You do
about
the
it.
twisty. You twist it. You twist and
Keeps your
shove.
underwear
pull, yeah.
cleaner.
Yeah.
that's when you pull the shears out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, sometimes it gets a little too stuck. You just gotta rip it.
Yeah. But but it's kind
Dude, I
of
don't ever
satisfying.
have that problem.
Yeah, you're just like
It's like stings a little bit. Well, you try backing up naked to your wife and being like, "I need you to help me."
If you're shaving, it's a whole different experience.
And she's like, "Again?" I'm like,
Shears.
"Get the hose."
oh my god.
There's a couple cut in there. A couple of the snares have bared
Well,
fruit.
I need some dude wipes and some lotion.
It's a lot of Dingleberry talk right on our outro. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Like what you hear? Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Trashville_USA. And if there's a true crime story you want the gang to cover, email us at don'temailtrashville@gmail.com. Murder Schmurder is produced by Jaime. Our tracking engineer is Grant. And our mix and mastering engineer is Julie. Incidental music and our theme song is provided by Jules. This has been another production of Murder Schmurder.
Here at Murder Schmurder, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's this. You gotta laugh or you'll cry. Right now, there's a lot to laugh and cry about. And while we talk about a lot of fucked up stuff and delve into some of the worst crimes in history, we try to make light of these things not to devalue the events or the victims or survivors, but because I genuinely believe it's one of the only ways for sentient life to understand and process the horrors of life. And it's not lost on us that most of the victims we talk about in our true crime misadventures are the most vulnerable in our country: sex workers and racial and or queer minorities. If you'd like, you could roll back the tapes and find several hours worth of ranting on this by each of us. That being said, sometimes the boys get rowdy and we end up yes-anding or attempting to outdo each other, and we say some gnarly shit.
Hence, lower the bar.
Hence lower the bar, which is not going to stop happening.
No, it's a very fun game.
It's a very fun game.
So, I want the listeners to know that while our intention is to never punch down, we do fuck up, and we learn, and we try to get better. Are we going to fuck up again? You bet your ass.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Will it be funny when we do so?
1,000%.
Probably for us.
1001%.
I hope so.
And definitely for us.
One of my favorite things is laughing at you guys.
No. But here at Murder Schmurder, we value our brothers, sisters, and non-binary homies out there. BIPOC, LGBTQIA2+, whatever member of the alphabet mafia you are, we got your back. And we hope you have ours as we continue to grow, learn, and support each other through these dark times and come out the other side stronger than ever. And since we're here, we're just going to unequivocally say, fuck fascists, incels, cops, nationalists, and whoever else has a problem with people being who they are.
Ooh, gross. Leave me alone.